Hi everyone and welcome back to the Cornerstone SMP. After spending some time last episode in the shopping district, we're now back at the base. And you know, the whole concept of the space is of course that I want to have different styles and different areas blend together into one whole thing. And so far we have only two really. We have the turtles and we've got this more human area over here. My area, I kind of want to call it because it's where I mainly live at the moment at least. But yeah, since the point is that I want to be able to switch between different styles and projects and ideas, I now want to start with the third one. So I now want to get to this huge cave that we have over here. And now when I say get to it, I've actually been down there quite a bit already. You know, as you can see, trying to light it up, and I gotta say, let's just go down together. So I'll try not to move around too much while I'm down here, so as that the recording won't turn out too laggy. But I have to say these caves are insane. Now the hole up there starts at about Y120, and the lowest point I found so far was at -54. So almost all the way down to bedrock. You can already see here, you know, there's this main hall here at the beginning of the entrance, you know, so the hole we have at the base leads right down to this hall. I'm gonna call it Hall A because this cave system is incredibly vast and reaches so far. You probably will get very confused. I'm still very confused walking around here. I've started kind of making sense of it. Let's first go over here in the northern direction, starting from Hall A. It's really a bummer you can't make maps underground. That would be so helpful, but it also certainly is a very tricky concept. Okay, so we go down here, and as I said, I've been lighting up the caves, but I'm nowhere near finished. I've been through quite a few halls, but there's still more and more popping up that I haven't gotten to, and yeah, I have no idea how far this stretches. But you can see here, there's a mine in this one, which was pretty awesome. I got a lot of string from here. Yeah, and as you can tell, we're already at deep slate, so that's very far down there. I haven't lit up the bottom, just more up here, the you know, the mine shaft area. We've got quite a few spider spawners as well, but I don't really want to touch those. I don't need a spider farm and I hate spiders, so let's just stay away from there. So for example here you can see how it stretches even further and into areas that I haven't lit up at all yet. Yeah, I really wonder how far it actually goes. We might find that out one day, but at the moment I've been only lighting up, you know, the caves that are all a bit closer because of course I want to build down here, and it only makes sense to start in the first halls that you get to when you actually enter the cave. I could show you a lot more, but there's really only one more hall that I want to show you at the moment. Where we will mainly be spending time is here, Hall A. But there's this tunnel here in the back of Hall A that will follow. Right, we get here into this tripstone cave, and this leads even further, you know, you can see it goes back down there, and actually let's run over here and just have a look. So I've been using these waterfalls as well to as kind of elevators between the levels, you know. We had a geode here that I've mined out a lot of. Actually looks kind of cool, the floating amethyst thingies. But yeah, you can see down here it keeps going and keeps going, and it doesn't stop. But now keep this cave here in mind, you know, you can see what it looks like. Just a fairly normal dripstone cave. This is taking quite a while for me, but it will only be a few cuts for you. But there's the cave entrance again. So if we jump off the bridge into the river, I believe it's somewhere over here. Yeah, you can see there are these cave systems underwater. And then, look at this. Oh god! There's a spider and a creeper greeting us. Well, my lighting up hasn't been quite as proper as I'd like it to be. Let's see. Okay. But see, you can tell it's the same cave. The dripstone. Let's say hello to Chuckles. Oh. That's a bit sad. Never mind. Yeah, it's a dripstone cave again, so everything's connected in really strange and a bit confusing ways. Let's put a torch here so that doesn't happen again. But I love this so much because I of course also would like to do something down in the river at some point. Now this is getting a bit ahead again. Of course I want to start in the caves first. But I also do want to do some kind of merfolk or mer people down in the river. And having already these natural connections here could be super fun to do something with. That might help us figure out a way of how these two cultures interact and live with each other. Because they're so different, you know? Or they will be whenever they start existing. Okay, but anyway, I just wanted to show you that because I thought it was really cool. But now let's actually get started doing some building down here in the caves. So I really want to build with deep slate. That's all the deep slate I have at the moment. Let's just bring some of that. Still don't have shulkers, by the way. It makes sense to use a material that the people living here would actually have a lot of access to. And since this hall here is made almost entirely out of normal stone, we want something that stands out against that, right? So deep slate just makes a lot of sense. And I haven't actually built with deep slate a lot before, so this should be very fun. And it will certainly have a very different look from our more sandstone brick area up at the plateau, right? Okay, so what's the first thing you think of when you hear Dwarven Kingdom underground? For me it's definitely huge pillars, you know, huge supporting pillars. So let's start with that here at the entry of Hall A. It really needs a cooler name than that. So we now have two pretty cool pillars marking the entrance, and yeah, I'm really happy with the choice of deep slate. I think it stands out just enough, but still looks like it belongs down here, you know. But I do want to bring in some more colors, and as you can see, I've been doing a bit more building over here as well. But so far the only color I managed to bring in was this blue glass right here. You know, it is of course a bit hard. There's not that much color down here. But I'm sure we'll find a way. So this is the start of a city, an underground city. I mean, you kind of get the idea, right? Again, lots of pillars and arches. That's kind of the look I'm going for. And we have this kind of winding up walkway that I want to have a lot of, these tunnels that you feel like you can get lost in. With this area here, we have a lot of potential to, for example, open these bits up into the rock and have tall hallways and then maybe smaller tunnels leading out from those as well. So yeah, lots of ideas still at the moment, but it's definitely a start and I'm very happy with it so far. So the idea is basically for this side to, you know, become the city area or the place where the dwarves, the people down here would live. And then maybe over here we can already start putting in some kind of like mine shafts in the wall. Where they would be mining. I do also want to do something with this ravine, which is just very conveniently right here. And but what I want to do now is fill this bit right here with water so that we have a bit of a lake down here, and maybe we could have a waterfall coming out of there. But just before we get to that, I do want to get rid of this granite and diorite and replace it with the normal stone because it just looks very messy and the stone will make it look a bit cleaner. I've already been doing that over here. So you can maybe see a little. There were some patches over here as well. Yeah, clean that up and then we'll fill it with water. Did you guys know that you can waterlog amethysts? I had no idea. I just tried it out on a whim and hey, it looks awesome. Yeah, so we have a bit of an underground lake now, already some kelp growing in there as well, and a small waterfall. I might add more of those, you know, from other spots in the ceiling, but I want to wait until I figure out what to do with this wall and how that will look like, etc, etc. Yeah, at the moment it still looks a bit out of place, but I'm sure it'll blend in more as we work more on the area and the terrain and all of that. But it's definitely a nice change from all the grey and black around here that we have at the moment. So you might notice I finally got some shulker boxes. So Chuckles has been building or working on a shulker farm. I have no idea how that works, by the way. I managed to get a few vouchers for free shulker boxes by helping him out with the materials. And, you know, being just wonderfully nice, he actually came by my base to deliver them just a few minutes ago, actually. And then this happened. So yeah, Chuckles, I'm really sorry again. I'm terrible, absolutely terrible at lighting up my base because I hate torch spam, like what we have down here at the moment. So I guess this is just a warning to everyone who might come by. If the same happens to you, don't be surprised. And I'll just say sorry in advance. While I am very excited to see where this project will take us, I think we've spent enough time down here for today's episode. So I want to head over to the shopping district and check up on the achievement shop. So not much has changed in the shopping district, as you can see. S2E built this, I believe, temporary bookshop where I've already been spending a lot of diamonds. I'm sure others have as well. I mean, a bookshop this early on will make you immediately the richest person on the server, right? But yeah, llamas I think are all still here. Yes, they're all still there. Let's have a look at the achievement shop. So 11 diamonds. I believe most of those are from Decisive, if not all of them. He came by almost immediately when I opened the shop and went through most of the advancements. So thank you, Decisive, for checking out the shop. And I thank you, person watching this video, for checking out Decisive TV's channel, link in the description of the video, along with all the other members, of course. So last time I showed you the shop, the downstairs was still a work in progress, and it still is, but we have a bit more in here now, and it is open for people to come down and check out these achievements as well. So for one, we have Amethyst Miner, which is one that I only got myself just recently, where you have to mine a stack of amethyst clusters, buds, all the different sizes, and the blocks. And you get, I believe it's an energy crystal is what the trophy is called. Come to the countryside we already had, I believe I showed you that, and then we have Master Coal Miner, which is just a stack of coal blocks. This kind of hurt me to put here because coal is really valuable to me at the moment still, but I think we'll survive. And then I did also, after a while, finally managed to get a conduit. So you can do the sleeping with the fishes achievement now, spending one day underwater by simply hopping down here. And you can see, no, you can't see because it's cut off, but there's the conduit power. But yeah, of course we still have empty spots. I want to add more to this as we go along, as I get some more achievements myself that would work for this place. Yeah, as I said, at the moment I'm still sticking with trophies, but that might change and just do some more tricky achievements that I could maybe help people out with. Even though they don't get any trophies for it, but just for completion, you know. But that will do it for today. I hope you enjoyed checking out the caves by my base, doing some more building. I have been Alice, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!